Talking to the fellas this evening. Talking to the fellas. Guys, you see the title. If you don't listen to anything I say on this channel, please listen to me when I tell you child support will ruin you financially. Child support will ruin you financially. You will not be able to build any type of wealth if you're paying child support to multiple baby mamas. It just won't happen. It just won't happen, guys. If you are here paying child support for one, you'll be okay. You can make it through. But if you're paying child support, guys, for 2, 3, 4 kids, you'll never build wealth. I'm telling you firsthand, your ass will never build wealth. Child support is a killer, guys. It is a killer. You will never survive or live a great life if you're paying child support to 2, 3, 4 baby mamas. It just won't happen. It won't happen. Right now, all 50 states will suspend your driver's license if you get so far behind on child support payments. All 50 states. So let me scare you guys real quick and let you know about my experience with child support. I'm telling you, you guys in your 20s, 30s, hell, if you're in your 40s and you're still being reckless out here, it may be killing you already, or you may be playing Russian roulette. Guys, at the height of my child support, I was paying $1,500 every 2 weeks. $1,500 every 2 weeks. $3,000 a month was going to child support. That was my max. $3,000 a month, guys. And it all was my damn fault. I'll tell you how it went down. Because when I was younger, in my 20s, I was running from my obligations. Being a knucklehead, being a dumbass. And I would change jobs and not tell the child support enforcement office where my new job was. And then I would accrue more rearages. This went on to my early 30s, guys, when I wised up. This went on to my early 30s because I was too busy trying to chase women, keep up with the Joneses, doing everything wrong financially. So I think I was about 33. And I was like some thousands of dollars behind, guys. Some thousands of dollars, right? And I got a letter in the mail. My kids grew up in Michigan. I'm from Michigan. Michigan came out with this new law. And that said, they can take your, if you get so far behind in child support, they can take your current amount. And then they can also charge you back support at your current amount that you're already paying. So I was already paying about $700 every 2 weeks, right? $750 every 2 weeks. So then once my rearages got so much, then when this law came out, they were charging me $750 every 2 weeks for my rears. Guys, I was paying over $1,500 every 2 weeks, paying over $3,000 a month in child support. That shit ruined me. That shit ruined me, guys. And I spent so much time, like, always being mad at my first wife, you know, thinking it was her fault. It was her fault I was in this predicament. It was her fault I was paying all this child support. But then once I grew up and I wised up and I matured, I said, no, Frank, that was your fault. That was your fault, Frank. And it took me into my 30s to where I realized that was my fault. I was the one that was running from my responsibilities. I was the one that was making those decisions. I was the one not telling child support enforcement when I moved jobs, changed jobs. That was my fault. It wasn't her fault. So it took me until I got into my 30s, guys, to actually accept responsibility for my role having children. She didn't have those children by herself. We had those children together, and I was their father. But I spent so many nights, but child support was the reason I went rock bottom broke, because when I went rock bottom broke like that, guys, I just could not keep up. I could not keep up. Luckily, my ex-wife had a good job at that time, and she was able to maintain the household, because I couldn't do a whole lot, guys. Honestly, I think at that time I was making about 50, maybe 52,000 a year. This was back in 2007, because it all came to a head the year I found out my dad had cancer in 2007, and that's when I kind of just like gave up. I said, I just can't even do it anymore. And my ex-wife, had to take on basically the front load of basically taking care of the household financially. Because I think, guys, I was barely bringing home $500 every 2 weeks at that time. Barely $500 every 2 weeks. So I would just come home and give her and just cash my check, give her the money. Because I felt at that time, honestly, I felt like less than a man. Less than a man. Because I couldn't because I felt like I couldn't be the man of my household. You know. Because I couldn't take those bill burdens off my wife's plate, because I couldn't attribute much. Luckily back then things wasn't that expensive. I think I was able to pay the rent and my car payment. Everything else, I think back then our rent was like $600 a month. So I think I was able to pay the rent and make the car payment. She had to handle everything else, the food, the utilities, extra spending money, whatever, because I couldn't contribute much, more than probably like $900 a month, because child support was killing me. There was times, guys, when I would be alone, just to myself, and I would get watery-eyed. I would get all emotional, because I don't understand how men can run around broke, man. I just don't. Because when I went through that was the lowest point of my life, and I never want to see those days again. Because to me, when my money is not right, my world is not right. Because as a man, I'm supposed to be the leader of my home, the leader of my household, the leader of my family. And that during that time, I couldn't be that person. I couldn't. My ex-wife never made me feel like I was less than a man or anything like that. And what made me feel really bad was because I made all those decisions before we even met. But once it all caught up to me, it came to a head, was when we were together, married. So she suffered from decisions that I made even before we were married. Yep. Those were some dark days back in like 2006, 7, 8. Because I think I went through that about 4 years. I had to deal with that. When they caught up with me, it was about 2006, 7, 8, 9. Those were some dark days for me, some dark times. So fellas, I'm just going to say again, Don't have kids you don't want to provide for, man. Don't have kids you don't want to take care of. Just don't do it. Don't have kids out of wedlock at all. If you're not going to be with a woman, don't have kids. That's why when I got divorced, I got a vasectomy. Because I was not going to be paying no damn child support in my damn 50s till I'm fucking 70. That wasn't going to not happen. That wasn't happening. I know some dudes that's in that boat today. That wasn't going to happen to me. So if you don't want to be don't want to be on child support, guys, you don't want that stress, don't want that money being taken from you, stop having kids out of wedlock. Don't start having kids out of wedlock. Don't have kids you don't want to provide for. Because child support is hell. Going through that shit is hell. So if you don't listen to anything I say on this platform, please take heed to that. Don't have kids with multiple women if you can't keep up with those child support payments, because it's going to come at you. It's going to come. It's going to come. And if you're not prepared financially, it's going to take all your money. You're not going to be able to build any damn wealth. Luckily, I had a great job, and when my last child was off child support, I think I was 38 when my last kid was off child support. So I was still kind of young enough to like they say, recover. But man, if it had been any longer, shit, I don't know how I would have dealt with it. Don't know how I would have dealt with it. Like I said, guys, take heed to this. Listen to your internet uncle. Do not have kids if you're not ready for that responsibility of child support. So guys, you want to have this quick talk? Again, you guys, no live tomorrow. You guys have a great 4th. I'll be back on Sunday. You guys have a great weekend. This is Frank. I'm out of here.